Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me, your Doodle Dragon, for a quick planning session for July with a Puget Sound Waters theme. I kept it to the bare minimum and most important. So my first page is to help me prioritize and make sure I'm doing the most important things. And I decided to use a porpoise for this page because I thought it was great to have a porpoise for purpose. These beautiful creatures lead the way out in the ocean, jumping out of the water in front of ships, and so I thought it would be great to have a porpoise for purpose leading the way. I kept my calendar page very simple, starting at the top by titling it July 2022. I was thinking about ribbons of seaweed as I created these block letters. So they're blocks, but they also have sort of a layer from behind and a layer above. I have really enjoyed using the calendar system where I just put the day of the week and the number of the date down the side with a simple line down the middle. I don't have a whole lot of things on my calendar, but I do want to make sure I keep track of the most important things, so a simple system is best for me. This picture is indicative of what I might see at low tide. We have a lot of shellfish, including crabs and mussels, so I made this little Dungeness crab. After completing the crab, I finished up the rest of the dates, and then I went back down to the beach where the crab was staying. And some of the shellfish that we have are mussels. Mussels often grow in little clumps, and often I see little groups of two, and from the side they almost look like hearts, so I drew my mussels in groups of two to be little hearts for remembering to act with love. I made the water flat near the edge and then some waves as it went out a little further towards a rock. We have many rocky beaches, and often they have large rocks that stick up out of the water when the tide goes in and out, and they have these barnacles at the bottom and sometimes sea stars. I like to have a page after my calendar where I can put little notes about my future. And when I think about the future, what I really want to do is make sure that I am being intentional with my actions so that I can concentrate my energies on things that I think are important, like my goals and aspirations and how I want to live my life. As I was drawing the pictures for my planner, I was sitting at a local coffee shop and watching the sailboats out on the bay. The waters were choppy and the sails were full of wind, and the islands were in the background, and it was just a beautiful day. And I was thinking about directionality and sailing and how sometimes the waters are choppy and sometimes they are smooth. But life is a ride, and it is important to lift ourselves and go for it. Just like the porpoise leaping out of the water, we can focus on what's important as we navigate our lives and chart a path forward. I sure did have a lot of fun coloring these pages. I love the Pacific Northwest, and the beach is one of my favorite places to spend my time. I love to see the crabs and pick them up and put them carefully back where they were, and all of the shellfish that line the beaches, and of course the sea stars, which are beautiful, and purple sea stars were so abundant here when I was a child. We still have some, but not as many now. Our waters are beautiful. They look blue or gray or green, depending on the day. When I was drawing this spread for my planner, the water was this deep blue-green, and it was just beautiful and windy, so the water was covered in whitecaps, and near the shore was a greenish-brown because of everything that was stirred up. Out across the bay, I could see sailboats sailing back and forth. There were kayakers who were kayaking against the wind and then floating back the other direction that they had just come with their paddles up out of the water. The islands were majestic in the background, and it was really nice to take some time to just enjoy the beauty of the Pacific Northwest and to spend some time drawing and creating art that I love, that I also find is useful for helping me to lead a better life. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you had fun listening to my thoughts and watching as I did some drawing and created a little organization for July. If you enjoyed this video and maybe found it helpful or fun, and you would like to have more content like this, it would be great if you could like and subscribe. I hope that you have a great week and you have a chance to get out and enjoy your surroundings and doing some of the things that you love.